Hey everyone, welcome to XPBet, where we dive deep into the world of Premier League predictions. I'm Erlend, and today we'll take a look at some upcoming matches and share some betting insights that I hope you'll find both engaging and hopefully profitable. So let's kick things off with the Fulham vs Manchester City game. This one has under 3.5 goals written on it for a couple of reasons. Fulham, well, they've been a bit leaky in defense, but they tend to tighten up against top-tier teams. City, on the other hand, has had a few squad rotations. Less explosive up front without some of their usual starters. You might be wondering, why not go for a City blowout win? Well, historically matches post-international breaks or heavy European fixtures tend to be cagey. City would likely be content grinding out a 2-0 or 2-1, securing their points without stretching unnecessarily. Now on to Bournemouth vs Everton. I'm anticipating quite a few goals here. An over 2.5 goals prediction is solid because both teams have shown vulnerabilities in defense this season. But conversely, they possess a punch going forward. Supplied by the likes of Calvert-Lewin, Everton always seems to find the back of the net in these types of fixtures. I recall a match earlier this season where Bournemouth played similar opposition Crystal Palace. It was end-to-end, exhilarating for the neutrals, nerve-wracking for fans, and especially for us predicting outcomes. But the takeaway was goals could come from any misstep, which is why the over 2.5 here makes sense. Let's shift over to Newcastle vs Tottenham. The key phrase here is over 2.5 and BTTS. Newcastle's flair up front against Spurs' fluid attacking play is a recipe for multiple goals and both teams finding the net. Let me paint a picture for you. Remember Newcastle's victory against Aston Villa? Counter-attacks polished with clinical finishes. Spurs love to play a high line, so watch for the potential of Newcastle catching them out more than once. Arsenal vs Brentford is another one we've got on our radar. With the shiny new signings and the solid backline Arsenal has built, a home win paired with over 2.5 goals seems the logical prediction. Arsenal might blitzkrieg Brentford early if they manage to get any semblance of dominance in midfield. The Brentford style, as robust as it is, faces a stern test here. Now, shifting focus to Burnley vs Crystal Palace. Matches down the spectrum often end up less goal-heavy. With both teams prioritizing structure, we've gone for under 3.5 goals and an away win due to Palace's adeptness on the road. They've ground out more than a couple of low-scoring affairs from solid defensive setups. Brighton vs Aston Villa is another intriguing clash, full of creativity, and both sides fancy themselves as dark horses for European spots. Over 2.5 and BTTS is our pick, mainly due to both sets of strikers being on form. Brighton's opening goal stat paired with Villa's potent counter-offensive makes it hard to see either side not scoring. When we look towards Wolves vs Nottingham, it's potentially one of those games that might not make the highlight reel as much as others. Under 2.5 seems probable given the cautious approaches both managers have adopted this season. There's always the unpredictability factor here, but safe defensive bets seem the way to lean. Heading to Leeds vs Chelsea, let's talk about goals. With their penchant for adventurous play, over 2.5 and BTTS just fits. Chelsea's fluid attack, especially when they get that front three ticking, becomes hard for even more stubborn defenses shelled by Leeds to shut out completely. Liverpool vs Sunderland is a case where being methodological with under goals can pay dividends. We've gone under 3.5, with possibly under 2.5 as a hedge due to Liverpool's tighter recent encounters, focused on conserving energy for larger fixtures. And last but not least, Manchester United vs West Ham. Here, the potential for an explosive game rings true, hence over 2.5 and BTTSs resonate with me. West Ham, being fairly bold in their attacking intentions, has made this fixture historically an interesting field day for those looking for goal-filled returns. I hope these predictions give you a bit more direction this weekend. Always remember, odds and predictions fluctuate often, keeping tabs on squad updates and any late news is crucial before placing any bets. Feel free to reach out on our socials or website if you ever need more insights. This is Erlend, signing off from XPBet. Let's enjoy the games ahead and may our predictions lead you to some football betting glory.